Welcome to Say It Plain with Michael Maxwell, Chaos to Clarity, where you get no fluff, just straight talk. We're going to talk about relationships, finances, family, child rearing, mental health, physical wellness, financial wellness. There's really no place we won't go. I'm happy to take you with me. Welcome to the conversation. So, as we're wrapping up 2025, this is actually being filmed December 31st of 2025. I had a thought this morning. I was driving and something really interesting happened. And it happens all the time, but it just hit me a little different this morning. So it gave me a thought and I was just like, let me share this with you guys. So this is what happened. I'll lay it down for you. Driving, I'm approaching an intersection. There's one car in front of me. There are two lanes on the road. It's four lanes actually, but two in oncoming and two in outgoing. So I'm in one lane. There's a car in front of me in that same lane. There's another lane to the right. There's no one in there. And I'm approaching the light. There's a car in front of me. I could easily go around them and sit next to them at the light and then jump. But I'd already said to myself, I'm just going to be cruising today. I'm not in a race. It's no competition. I'm just going to relax. So we're sitting at the light, the car in front of me, myself, and I look in the rearview mirror because, as you're driving, it's just habit. You're always in your mirror every few seconds or whatever. You just always glance because you never know what's happening behind you. So I see a car coming behind us and he moves into the lane that is open. And in my head, I have this like knee-jerk thought, which is like, I could move in the lane and why am I going to let him get in front of me? I got here first and, I should have the right to go first. And I was like, you know what? No, you said you're not racing. You're just going to relax and just chill right here. So I did. Now, what happened was, as the light turns green, he's coming. He never had to slow down. So as the light goes green, he just goes and then he goes past. What happens is we're sitting in a lane where the road closes down in front of us. So two lanes become one and he automatically basically gets to the front of the line. And I kind of chuckled because there's that little resentment that popped up, be like, man, he just got here. He wasn't even here. That's kind of unfair. And the truth of the matter is, how I look at it is like, I made a choice to sit behind someone who was at a red light. I saw them. I sat behind them. I could have gone around them and I chose not to. And someone who was not part of my decision-making process saw an opportunity and the opportunity worked out for them because not only were they not at a standstill, they had momentum. I was at a stop. So when the light went green, I have to accelerate from 0 to 35, whereas this person was probably traveling 35, 40, and they never had to slow down. So of course, they went past me and the car in front of me and got to the front as the road closed. It kind of hit me that how many times do we in life look at other people's situation and what we would consider success, and we say sometimes they're not deserving because we've been somewhere for a long time and they just showed up on the scene and they're in front of us. And what that brought to my mind was, one, you can't compare your journey to another person's journey. What happened there was this person had the perfect combination, if you will, of timing, situations, the circumstances just worked out to their benefit. Everything just came together at the right time where this person had the best outcome possible. And that had nothing to do with me. That had nothing to do with the car that was in front of me. This just worked out in that moment to that person's benefit. It's not a dig against me. It's not a dig against the other person that was sitting at the light. Because oftentimes what happens is when we are trying to go somewhere and get something, we progress to a point and then we stop. And the stop is where we kind of fall into a holding pattern. Maybe there's something we need to learn. Maybe there's some lessons that we need to get. Or maybe there's something we need to drop. But something needs to happen in our circumstance that will then allow us to advance. So oftentimes we come to a point and we're just in a holding pattern, waiting for the circumstance to change where we can move forward. In our opinion, we see them just show up and go in front. But we don't understand that that person has a different set of circumstances. We don't know their backstory because for all intents and purposes, we might have been running early and this opportunity was not going to present itself until this moment in time. And we got to the spot early. So then we have to wait. Now, here's the interesting thing. The light went green. So everyone got to go. I got to go. The person that was in front of me got to go. But the person in our estimation that deserved to be behind us, because they had one momentum, they didn't have to stop. That means they were moving at a higher velocity than we were. So even when the light went green and the person in front of me went, he's accelerating from 0 to 35. And then I have to wait for him to move for myself to accelerate from 0 to 35. Whereas in the guy that was coming from behind didn't have to slow down at all. He just saw a green light and an open lane and he went through it. So who am I to be upset and say he's not deserving? He saw an opportunity. It might have been a woman. I don't know. Whoever they were, they saw an opportunity. They took advantage of it. They didn't do anything wrong. They were literally in the right place and the right time. And this happens a lot. And we get resentful of seeing other people's moments of being in the right place at the right time. Now, here's the funny thing. In this instance, he was at the right place. They were at the right place at the right time. But there have been other times when I was the one who was in the right place and the right time. And I'm sure there are moments in your life you were the right one in the right place at the right time. And there are some persons who looked at you with resentment, thinking that you were not entitled to take advantage of the opportunity that you got to take advantage of because they were. I really want this to be a point where you take it away from yourself and just look like bigger picture. Because I want this lesson to sink in. I want somebody to really see themselves and just imagine, have there been times when you felt something was good fortune, you felt you lucked out and never gave a consideration to the person who didn't? So let's say there have been times where I was the person who didn't have to slow down. I didn't think twice about anyone that I quote unquote got to go in front of. So why would the person who got to go in front of me this morning have to think twice for you to have an opportunity to put yourself in that person's position? Because when it was you, you gave no thought to who you went past. So now that somebody went past you, you knew your intentions when you did what you did. There was no malice. It was an opportunity that presented itself and you took it and you felt that it was good fortune. So instead of being resentful of someone else's good fortune, we should celebrate someone else's good fortune because we can look back in our lives and find moments when we were the ones who had good fortune. And I think the opportunities present themselves for us to do that more when we are able to look at our lives and be grateful in moments like that. When it's like, okay, he or she, they got a good one. Maybe tomorrow will be my turn. But whatever it is. But we have to stop looking at things that happen in each other's lives and compare when we don't have the same journey. We really don't. Like, that was this person's moment. Your moment might come tomorrow, might come next year. It might have already come. I don't know your story. As I was talking to my wife about this, and she was like, go make a video, share that. I thought about myself and my journey in 2020. 2025 was a beautiful year and a terrifying year at the same time. Made it so terrifying was I found out that I have some health concerns. Found to be pre-diabetic. My cholesterol was crazy. Lipids. I did a lot of testing and the blood work just didn't come back really well because I'm 49. I live a sedentary life. I don't really exercise. I wasn't making the best choices as far as diet, food. I don't go out into the sun too much. I'm a homebody. I don't like to be outside. So not going outside and being a person of color, the melanin in my skin makes it a little harder for my body to absorb vitamin D or create vitamin D through the sun. Being an individual with melanated skin, it's a little harder for us to get that vitamin D through the sun. It's a little harder for us than other people. So my vitamin D levels were abysmal. My testosterone levels were abysmal. The funny thing, what brought me to even learn all of this is I was diagnosed with ADHD. So in that diagnosis, my clinician wanted to do some tests, heart, all that good stuff. So basically everything that came back was scary. And I had an opportunity to do one of two things. I could have felt sorry for myself, sunk into a depression, or realized that I had to take action if I wanted to improve, first maintain, and then improve my quality of life. So I bought a juicer, I bought a stationary bike, and I got to work. All of this started October 10th of 2025. I weighed 256 pounds. I was a size 40, 42, depending on the cut of the jeans. I fasted over the past 3 months, from October all the way down to December 29th. I'm not doing the math in my head. Don't have the time to. Don't care to. But I fasted for what amounted to be a total of 30 days. And in those 30 days, I lost over 46 pounds. As of this recording, I weigh 209 pounds, down from 256. I am now a size 36, absolutely a size 38, down from 42-40 to now 38, but 36, because when I put on the 38, there's room. I'm wearing a belt now that I haven't worn in more than 10 years. 3 loops, whatever. I can't explain to you, but the progression that I made from diagnosis, blood work, to now, as of the 29th, because I got the results back from my latest A1C, I am no longer pre-diabetic. I am back into the normal range. Like, that amount of progress is aggressive. Now, there might be somebody who's following my story who's just like, that's unfair. Like, dude, I've been fighting this for years, and you just show up and in 3 months, you turn it around. You don't have my story. You don't have my motivation. You don't have my biology. We are not the same. It's not a dig against you. It's just saying that we have to look at other people's stories and understand that we are not the same. We all don't have the same background. We all don't have the same resources. We all don't have the same opportunities. And we should do our best to be cognizant of that when we're processing where we are in our life and in our journey against other people. One, we shouldn't even compare. It's not worth it. Unless you're looking at what someone has going on for motivation, not comparison, but for motivation. Motivation meaning, if he can do it, if she can do it, I can do it too. Don't waste your time, because comparison just robs joy, robs happiness, and you get to become resentful. You get to become ungrateful for whatever it is that you've already had going on. Listen here. I know there is because it's human nature. I know there's somebody who's like mad and angry that in 3 months I was able to turn my health situation around. That's okay. You can have those feelings. Process them, put them away. They are not serving you. And the more time you spend focusing on what it is that I was able to accomplish, is the less time you spend focusing on what it is that you need to do. There's somebody right now who was at a red light dealing with their diabetes, dealing with their weight, dealing with their cholesterol, dealing with their vitamin D, dealing with their testosterone, whatever it was. There was someone who was sitting at a red light in a hole, stuck. And they may have come across my story. And then they're like, oh, okay, this looks okay. And then, bam, all of a sudden I'm gone. I'm no longer in the place that you met me, and might feel a little resentment about that. Listen, it's okay. I mean, you're entitled to your feelings, but I don't encourage you to hold on to them. I don't encourage you to nurse them. What I did, you can do. It's very simple. I'm a human just like you. So what I did, you can do. And in life, we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. You got up this morning. You really did. So that means you have the same opportunity to do what it is that I did. I'm not special. I say it all the time. I'm not more special than anyone else, other than there's only one of me. In that regard, I am special. And so are you. So what it is I've pulled off, you're able to do too. And here's the thing. There are certain things that come easy to me that may not necessarily come easy to you. And there are some things that will come easy to you that don't come easy to me. And that's okay. So let's celebrate our differences and let's celebrate each other's wins. Like, honestly, the time and energy it takes to be resentful of somebody's success, thinking they're not deserving, thinking life is unfair. Life presents itself the same way to all of us. We all need oxygen. We all need food. Now, do we find ourselves in more challenging situations than other people at times? Yes, absolutely. But guess what? You have an opportunity. You have a body and a brain that thrives on resistance. The more resistance we receive, the stronger we become. Period. You are not going to build muscle without resistance. You are not going to build resilience without resistance. Opposition is your friend. It makes you stronger. Comfort is your enemy. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Change is beautiful. Change is power. Change is strength. Change is opportunity. Take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of it in 2026. Celebrate every win and learn from every perceived loss. There's no such thing as a loss. I'm growing to understand that really losses are lessons. Take your time, figure out what you needed to learn from the experience, and then move forward. This was my time. I've been struggling with my weight. I've been struggling with my mental health for over 10 years. So to someone who just met me when I started this podcast in November of 2025, to them it's like, boom, oh my God, this guy was able to do this thing in 3 months. No, actually, because now that I'm saying it, the truth of the matter is, I've been working on this for over 10 years. Over 10 years I've been working on this. It's just now it all came together. The right time, the right place, the right circumstance, the right opportunity, and I was able to exploit it all to my benefit. But this that I've been able to achieve between October and now, December 31st, is a culmination of everything that came before for over a decade of trial and error, of trying and failing and trying and giving up and being inconsistent and being undiagnosed with ADHD. So I'm just moving forward in a fog, not understanding, just tripping over myself. So yes, in hindsight, I can honestly say all the progress you might want to, this is almost like a bamboo, right? Say it takes a bamboo, I think like 5 years to grow, but most of the growth happens in like the last year, maybe few months, because it takes a long time. It's just cultivating, then it shoots up. So to the person who's watching the program, who's watching on Facebook, who's listening to the podcast, who was with me, and then is like, oh my God, this guy's just gone. I want you to know this, that to you, it might look like I just got here and I took off. To us at the light, it might look like that person just appeared out of nowhere and went in front of us. But the truth of the matter is, this person was on a journey for a while. We don't know how long they've been driving. We don't even know how far they came. This person might have been driving for an hour and a half. I don't know their backstory. So I get to be patient with them. I've been struggling. I've struggled for more than a decade. You can find like old videos of me juicing on YouTube and me screaming and complaining about going to the gym where I'm fat and roly-poly. Now, in 2025, the end of 2025, getting that diagnosis of ADHD, ate life. It turned on a switch. that I just did not have access to before. So right time, right place, created the opportunity, and I jumped. And I was able to make something incredible happen that I'm still doing. And it's a beautiful thing, and I'm not special in that regard. You can do it too. So I'm here to encourage you in 2026. Don't look around comparing yourself to me or anybody else that you see on social media or even in your circles, your friends, your family. Don't compare yourself to anybody's journey because you don't know their entire story. And we're all unique. We all have our own blessings. We all have our own strengths. We all have our own obstacles to overcome. So be thankful when you see somebody overcome their obstacles because that means it's possible for you. Don't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people. It's not worth it. It's not going to bring you any joy. Now, if you look to someone for encouragement, go ahead. If you look to someone to be like, I want to be like that or I want to do like that, go ahead. But not in envy, not in jealousy, not in resentment, but in respect and in empathy, seeing yourself in that person and seeing what is possible for you. Don't compare yourself anymore to anyone else, especially in a derogatory way. Because sometimes we have the ability to put people on pedestals and make them special and then turn around and use it as an excuse on why it is we can't take action. Everyone you admire, they're not special like that. They got to put on their pants one leg at a time, just like you. Or they got to put on their skirt. We get dressed the same. We eat the same. We shit the same. Everything we got to do. We got to breathe. We bleed. We're all the same. So everything that they've been able to accomplish, you can do it too. You just have to figure out what it is that is true to you, what it is that you want for your life, what it is that you want for yourself, and focus on that. Because even some of the things we look at other people having that we think we want, we really don't. We just want success, but you have to figure out what success is for you. Because you might get what it is that someone else has and still not be happy, still not find joy, because you're not walking in your purpose. So I just stopped in today to share that. I want to encourage you. It's been a beautiful year for me. I just realized in this conversation that what happened this year was almost 15 years in the making. So wherever you are in your journey, be patient, give yourself grace. And sometimes what you think of as an overnight success, you'll realize that someone has been working on something, working with something, working through something for a long time. It's just that when they showed up on your radar, it felt like an instant. But to that person, they've been grinding for a while. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I'm wishing you all the best in 2026. I hope that 2025 was everything that you imagined it could be. And I really, really wish that 2026 is going to be all the more better. Again, thank you for tuning in. If you like the show, if you like what I'm doing, follow, comment, subscribe. I would love your feedback. This is Michael Maxwell. This is Say It Plain with Michael Maxwell, Chaos to Clarity. And here I am wishing you a happy new year and a prosperous one. Till next time, take care of yourself, take care of your people. Alrighty, thank you.